Welcome to Hero Villains. Who do you think wins when Wolverine vs. Scorpion, the battle between the Immortal and the Fury from Hell? Wolverine, the mutant with an adamantium-coated skeleton, possesses near-immortal regenerative abilities. Every injury fuels his berserker rage, turning him into a tireless fighting machine with razor-sharp claws that can cut through almost any material. Scorpion is a hellish warrior carrying a burning curse of vengeance. With his ability to teleport, summon hellfire, and use his signature chain spear to drag opponents to their demise, Scorpion fights not just with strength, but with an endless obsession and fury. He is tireless, unwavering, and never stops until his enemies are completely incinerated. Before we dive deeper into the analysis, please hit that subscribe button and remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you all so much. James Howlett, known to the world as Logan, or by his famous moniker Wolverine, is an iconic face of the X-Men. He impresses with his rugged appearance, gruff personality, and fierce combat instincts. Yet deep down, he is a compassionate individual, always ready to stand up and protect both humans and mutants. Logan's mutant abilities make him a true survival machine. His razor-sharp claws can extend from his knuckles, combined with extraordinary regenerative capabilities, allowing him to overcome even seemingly incurable wounds. His childhood was a series of dark days and losses, pushing him into a life of endless wandering. The tragedy didn't stop there, as Logan was drawn into the Weapon X program, where his memories were erased and his skeleton was coated with nearly indestructible adamantium. Yet, amidst that darkness, Logan still found his own path. After becoming Canada's first superhero icon, he was guided by Charles Xavier to join the X-Men. There, he not only fought against evil but also carried the hope for a world where humans and mutants could coexist peacefully. And in the most brutal battles, Wolverine fought not just with his claws, but with an unyielding humanity that was never extinguished. What makes Wolverine unique isn't just his deadly claws, but also his regenerative abilities that seem almost beyond all limits. His body can regenerate damaged tissues at an astonishing rate. Serious injuries, from bullet wounds to severe burns spreading across his body, can vanish in an instant. He even recovered lost eyes in mere seconds. This power is often referred to as a mutant factor, but in reality, its limits remain almost a mystery. There have been times when Logan's body was incinerated to the point where only his skeleton remained, yet in just a few minutes, his skin, flesh, and organs were completely regenerated as if nothing had happened. Part of the reason stems from the adamantium coating his skeleton, a metal that is nearly indestructible but also generates toxins, forcing his body to constantly fight against them. And without adamantium, that regeneration speed could be even more terrifying. Wolverine's abilities also extend to deep-seated mental trauma. Painful memories and seemingly incurable psychological wounds are gradually suppressed or alleviated. However, the cost is not insignificant, as many memories are buried, leaving gaps in his recollection that he himself cannot fill. From being transformed into a werewolf to becoming infected with a vampire's nature, his body can gradually eliminate those influences, though recovery times are not always the same. In all these instances, Wolverine is not just an immortal warrior, but a living testament to extraordinary endurance, where every fall becomes the beginning of a stronger rise. With Wolverine, strength isn't just about muscles or regeneration. It's also deeply rooted in his nearly supernatural razor-sharp senses. Logan perceives the world in ways ordinary people cannot imagine. Long distances are no obstacle. Even in near absolute darkness, his vision remains clear, down to the smallest movement. His hearing also reaches an incredible level. If he concentrates, Logan can pick up tiny sounds from afar, even faint noises muffled by multiple thick walls. For him, the world is never truly silent. Wolverine's sense of smell is even more formidable. He can identify people and objects purely by their scent, even if they have been thoroughly concealed. Every trace left in the air is like an invisible map guiding him. Even when time and weather fade traces, Logan can still track them with astonishing accuracy. Logan is like a true predator in the modern world, where every sound, scent, and movement becomes a clue. And in the moment, he softly closes his eyes. Taking a deep breath, the entire world seems to appear clearer than ever, vivid, real, and nothing can escape his tracking. With Wolverine, physical strength isn't merely a result of muscle. Every swing of his arm, every exertion of force carries the complete release of restrained power. Logan can break steel chains, lift dozens of people with one hand, and even hoist an opponent weighing hundreds of kilograms and throw them like an inanimate object. His strength is sufficient to handle weights far exceeding hundreds of kilograms. He can dodge incoming bullets, move agilely in tight spaces, and leap incredible distances. His reflexes are so sharp they rival Steve Rogers, one of the most perfect warriors ever created. Born in the late 19th century, he still maintains the robust physical condition of a man in his prime. In every breath, every movement, Wolverine embodies resilience, an indomitable will, a warrior who has traversed centuries yet still carries an unextinguished flame within him. Wolverine has always been a difficult-to-measure anomaly. He has injured formidable opponents like Sabretooth, Spider-Man, and Lady Deathstrike, names that are themselves nightmares on the battlefield. His combat prowess is always a topic of debate, as Wolverine can directly confront vastly superior entities like the Hulk, and even for a brief moment, he has brought the Green Giant to his knees. Logan's strength isn't about overwhelming dominance, but about tenacity, precision, and the ability to exploit every smallest opportunity. After surviving the Weapon X program, his skeleton was reinforced with adamantium, and his claws became an almost unstoppable weapon. They can pierce through almost any material, from hard metals to super durable bodies like the Thing or Colossus. Even legendary warriors like Namor or Gladiator have been wounded by those blades. Logan has even managed to draw blood from Thanos, an entity largely considered almost invulnerable. These claws not only cut through matter, but also through the pride of those who seemed invincible. From destroying Sentinel armor, tearing apart state-of-the-art suits like Iron Man's, to piercing seemingly impenetrable defenses, Logan always proves that he is the embodiment of pure danger. However, behind every extension of his claws lies a throbbing pain he must endure. Logan once admitted that every time he unleashes his weapons, the pain reminds him of their true nature. It's not just power, but also a curse intertwined with his life. I really hope you'll subscribe to the channel, it helps us out a lot, and you are the best! Thank you so much. Now, let's talk about Scorpion. Hanzo Hasashi was born in the shadow of the renowned ninja clan Shirai Ryu. His father once hoped his son would stay away from that bloody path, but fate took a different turn. For his small family, Hanzo chose to enter the world of anonymous warriors, where honor and death always walked hand in hand. His exceptional talent quickly earned him recognition and the title Scorpion, a symbol of speed, precision, and destructive power. Tragedy struck when his clan was massacred in a dark conspiracy orchestrated by Quan Chi. All blame was placed on the Lin Kuei, turning them into targets of his wrath. In that chaos, Hanzo also fell, carrying an unignited resentment. But death was not the end. He was dragged back from hell by the very one who destroyed his life, becoming a controlled, vengeful spirit. Under Quan Chi's manipulation, Scorpion believed Sub-Zero was the one who murdered his family. His pain turned into a blade, and he acted without hesitation, personally ending a life in blind rage. Yet, the truth was finally revealed. Once free from the shackles of control, Hanzo was no longer a tool of hatred but became the master of his own destiny. He re-established the Shirai Ryu from the ashes, restored lost honor, and confronted Quan Chi to end the tragic chain of events. The manipulator's death was not just revenge, but the moment Hanzo reclaimed his soul. Even though he had returned to being human, hellfire still burned within him as a reminder of an indelible past. That power was no longer a curse, but a tool to protect what he held dear. In his new journey, Hanzo also passed on his experience and will to Takeda, Takahashi, Kenshi's son, as a way to atone for past losses. Scorpion's power is measured not only by his combat skills, but also by the scale of destruction he can unleash. At his peak, Scorpion's offensive capabilities can level an entire city. He is ranked alongside nature-controlling entities like Rain and Raiden, who have repeatedly summoned storms and lightning. When Scorpion unleashes his full power, each strike is not just an attack, but like a wrath descending from hell. His speed is equally terrifying. Scorpion can move and react at light speed, and in some situations, even at relativistic levels. He once defeated Quan Chi in a direct confrontation, despite Quan Chi being fast enough to react to Raiden's lightning bolt. Not only that, Scorpion can confront Kotal Khan and even handle light-based attacks such as redirecting solar energy beams. Scorpion possesses endurance commensurate with his power. He can fight on par with Raiden when empowered by blood magic without weakening. This demonstrates that his body and soul can withstand tremendous pressures that few warriors could endure. Scorpion also possesses special abilities that make him difficult to defeat, theoretically enough to eliminate opponents from battle. Even when destroyed, his soul returns to hell and can rise again, as if death is merely a temporary setback. Even as a human, Scorpion was a fearsome assassin, and upon crossing the threshold of life and death, those skills only became more perfected. In every movement, every strike, he fights not just with power, but with instinct, memory, and a never-ending rage. The most terrifying energy he possesses, hellfire. This flame is not merely an attacking tool, it is like a part of his own burning soul unleashed. Scorpion can project fire from his hands, feet, and breath, and even cause it to erupt directly beneath his opponents. This fire can transform flexibly, coiling like a living creature, simultaneously burning and amplifying the power of each strike, turning every blow into a blazing nightmare. Scorpion can also summon entities from the void. Small but dangerous minions appear at will, attacking opponents in unpredictable ways, making the battlefield chaotic and hard to control. Meanwhile, his teleportation ability makes all distances meaningless. In just a flash of fire, Scorpion vanishes and reappears elsewhere. He can also open portals to the Netherrealm, freely crossing the boundaries between worlds. Occasionally, Scorpion demonstrates even stranger abilities, such as creating clones of himself in haunting finishing moves, or transforming his shape into other creatures. These moments make him unpredictable. Hidden behind his supernatural abilities is a solid foundation in martial arts. Scorpion is a well-trained warrior, proficient in many different fighting styles. He combines the flexibility of Hapkido with the powerful strikes of Pai Gao, while also utilizing Mugai Ryu's swordsmanship techniques to control both close and long-range combat. Every movement is decisive. Every strike carries experience accumulated through countless battles. A battle between Scorpion and Wolverine unfolds as a clash between hell itself and pure survival instinct. Scorpion doesn't hesitate to unleash his familiar spear attack, pulling his opponent towards him with an eerie cry. Wolverine doesn't dodge. He accepts the impact, immediately counters by cutting the chain and lunging into close quarters combat. The two warriors close in, with Scorpion utilizing his teleportation to deliver hellfire-infused punches, while Wolverine retaliates with speed and his razor-sharp adamantium claws. As the battle escalates, Scorpion unleashes his full hellish power. Hellfire rages fiercely, engulfing the area and incinerating everything around them. Fireballs are continuously thrown to crush his opponent. However, Wolverine is not one to be destroyed. His near-instant regeneration allows him to rise after each incineration, then fall into a berserker rage, transforming himself into an uncontrollable frenzy. He tears Scorpion's body apart multiple times, but his opponent vanishes and reappears elsewhere, eventually dragging him into the Netherrealm. In this hellish land, Scorpion reaches the pinnacle of his power. Hellfire rains down relentlessly, accompanied by grotesque creatures summoned to overwhelm Wolverine. However, Wolverine's predatory instincts and superhuman senses help him adapt quickly. He tracks the energy signatures and continues to pierce his opponent's body, proving that even a spiritual entity cannot fully escape the adamantium blade. The prolonged battle becomes brutal. Scorpion constantly regenerates, returning with endless fury. But Wolverine shows no signs of weakening. He endures pain far beyond human limits, continuing his assault with terrifying coldness. Lethal blows are repeated multiple times, from decapitation to heart-piercing, while Scorpion tries to drag his opponent deeper into hell, but Wolverine has endured even more horrific pain, and he is not easily subdued. When both have pushed their powers to the limit, Wolverine delivers the finishing blow with absolute precision. With superheated claws or a heart-piercing stab combined with tearing his body apart, he breaks Scorpion's regeneration cycle. For the first time, the hellish warrior falls into a state of exhaustion, unable to return immediately. The outcome favors Wolverine. In a battle where both are almost immortal, the winner isn't just the one with power, but the one who can keep standing longer. And in this case, Wolverine is the one left standing. Wolverine is stronger, and the winner with a high probability, around 8 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this battle. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. Follow me if you like. That's all for today's video. Thanks a lot.